Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick 10-minute rant before I walked into work this evening. It appears... No, let me change that. I guess I just want to throw my 2 cents out there after viewing many others' 2 cents. I was on the net earlier, and there was a picture of an Indian gentleman who was full of synthol. And for those of you who don't know, synthol is an injectable oil that is injected into the muscle, above the muscle, below the muscle, that creates a large pocket or a large lump, which some people have the misconception that it looks like a muscle. You may have seen these pictures, normally of third world people that have just gone crazy and injected this stuff in their traps, their biceps, their pecs, their tris, their bis. I mean, it looks ridiculous. I mean, it's it's more than laughable. It's really sad. But I saw a lot of the comments to this picture, and of course there were 1,000 comments, and you know, there's so many trolls out there that really have absolutely nothing better to do than to troll. But then a lot of these comments were the same as comments that I've seen on other pictures of bodybuilders and stuff, and they kind of go to the tune of, well, I would look like that too if I took steroids, or anyone could look like that if they took steroids and cheated, and da-da-da-da-da. It's quite obvious that a lot of these people making the comments have absolutely zero education on what steroids are or what they do. Their education doesn't go any further than the myths that they've been told or the scare tactics that were given to them in second grade DARE class. Just to start off, steroids, be it a simple compound, a stack, or a designer blend, whether it be an entry level or the harshest thing on the market, you know, that's given to gorillas, has never, will never, and has never in the history of mankind ever has steroids grown muscle. You can't grow muscle from steroids. You cannot take steroids and wake up the next night and look like Arnold or Lee Priest or, you know, any of these icons. It just doesn't happen. Steroids, well, let's just say testosterone. Testosterone gives you no more than the ability to process protein at a faster rate. It's just gives you the ability to synthesize protein a lot faster than normal. Therefore, will only help you gain weight. So you can't inject dedication, drive, focus, determination, hard work. You can't inject these things. These things have to be present for them to be any change, no matter what amount of steroids you take. You could take an astronomical amount of steroids, but if you do not put in the hard work consistently for, again, a long period of time, you will see absolutely no results other than you will positively gain weight. If you're not tearing the muscle down and training like a savage, you will not gain positive weight. You will be a fat, sloppy piece of shit sitting on the couch like you were before you started taking any kind of enhancement drug. So if you take the top 10 athletes in any sport, or the top 10 bodybuilders or powerlifters or whatnot, and you subtract the enhancement drug or the steroid, I can guarantee you that the top 10 people will still be the top 10 people in that sport, division, weight class, whatever it may be. Because you have to have the determination, dedication, drive, and focus to consistently train like a savage. The willpower to stick to a diet and training regimen. If you don't have these, then there's not a drug on the planet that's going to help change any of that. So it'd kind of be like me jumping on the internet and getting on, Sheldon's page and having absolutely zero education or knowledge of physics, nuclear physics, whatever, physics in general, and me throwing a comment out there as if I have the knowledge to be able to make that comment without looking like a jackass. Just because the guy at Home Depot gives you a tip on installing an outlet doesn't make you a licensed electrician. So therefore, you can't throw these comments out there and not expect to be called an absolute jackass. Some people are fine with being a jackass, and that's their main objective. That's why they're trolls. They have absolutely nothing better to do with their time. All this being said, it rubs me the wrong way. I don't feed in. I wanted to comment and tell them how much of a jackass they are, but I didn't have hours to argue. Only fools argue with fools. And it blows my mind how many people just automatically think that you can take a shot one night and wake up the next night and look like Jay Cutler or, Cali Muscle or some of these fucking larger-than-life human beings. They still have and put in more work than you can even start to imagine. So to say that someone's cheating or that it's all because of steroids is just ridiculous. From the time that I was in the 6th grade, I was 6 foot tall, 6'4" plus. By the time I was a freshman, I was 6'5". I topped out at 6'6", and I can't tell you how many times over the course of my life I heard, well, if I was 6'6", I'd be doing this, and if I was 6'6", I'd be doing that, and it really, I guess that's where I can connect and relate to that comment, is for one, you're not 6'6", and for two, unless you have the physical ability to do something, whether you're 6 foot, 7 foot, 10 foot, you can't do what you can't do, or you can't do what you're willing to put in the unbelievable amount of work to be able to achieve that. So, unless you're a world-class athlete, there's really, I just don't understand it. World-class athletes compete on a world class. They're the 0.1% of the world. And the reason why they're that 0.1% is because 99.9% of the rest of us can't achieve that. And you can't achieve what they have or have the ability they have merely by injecting something, taking a pill, anything. It just doesn't work that way. So I guess my rant this evening, should probably wrap up with the fact that, before you open your mouth try to grab 5 minutes of education so you don't look like the world's largest jackass, unless you're completely fine with or know that you are the world's largest jackass. A little bit of knowledge goes a long, long way. So yeah, I guess my rant tonight is just for you trolls, I guess, because I was kind of rubbed the wrong way. So, just look into something, do a little learning, do a little research on something before you go trashing and bad-mouthing, a subject or a topic you know absolutely nothing about. So, grab some knowledge, think twice before you have to throw your 2 cents out there. Maybe it's just not worth it. Anyways, hope everyone has a good night. Like I said, obtain some knowledge, and I'll see you on the next rant.